Hello, this is Mohammed.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I received an email about an offer on one of my listings. Replied an email. I wasn't sure if you were still interested because I had a couple of questions, and I'm not sure if you need a moment to look up the listing.
Let me find it. Let me find it first so that I can. Yeah. so, what kind of question did you have that I can answer for you?
Yeah, obviously it's a little bit unconventional type of offer. So I've heard of this, but I've never done it. So basically the buyer will take over all the payments. However, the mortgage is still in the seller's name. Correct?
Yes. So the type of offer that we made was a subject to offer. So what we are offering the seller that we can come at the listing price, but the way we purchase houses, or we'll step in, take over the mortgage payment in behalf of the seller. The mortgage gonna stay on the seller's name, and the title gonna transfer on our name on closing, obviously. And the title company that we use to do the closing, they have specific performance clause that's included on the closing document that basically says that we are responsible for all the payment after closing for sure. And while the mortgage stays on seller's name, if we ever default on a single mortgage payment on the seller's mortgage, the seller is entitled to take that deed back without any foreclosure. So whether or not our main exit strategy going to be renting it out as a midterm or long-term rental, because there's a HOA on this house. So whether or not we have tenant in there, we have to keep up with the mortgage payment and make sure that the seller never goes to default. If the seller ever goes to default, then the seller can just take the house back without any foreclosure. They can contact with the title company and show the proof that we missed a payment, and the title company can give them the documentation that they need to file with the county to get their title back on their name.
Okay, I understand. And then so I believe he owes around $600,000 on the mortgage. So the difference is that cash? Is that a second loan?
So a portion of that gonna be cash, and I have to run the number to make sure that the house cash flows, because we're not gonna be able to take over a property that doesn't cash flow, right? So based on the cash flow, we can let you know that, hey, this is how much you're gonna put on seller's pocket. Obviously, in our offer, we mentioned that we're gonna take care of your full 3% commission because you are representing the seller, and we're gonna take care of the closing costs for the both parties, for us and the seller, right? So those are also gonna be like the expenses that we have to count in for when we go to the closing. And if your seller is interested, obviously, we send out quite a few of them every single day, and in every month we end up buying one or two deals like this. So it's not
I figured it's some type of semi-automated process you have there. You probably send out a ton of offers like this. Yeah, I figured that. Okay.
And I have a VA who actually does it manually. We use PropStream to pull in the data, the mortgage data. And most of the time, those mortgage data are just an estimate. So the VA actually pulls those up, and we send this out like, hey, these are the houses that we think are going to be a good fit for our model, basically. And then our VA does the work, and I get the calls, and my partner gets the call. So if I miss it, she calls back. We discuss about it, and then we just buy 1 to 2 deals like that every single month. So yeah, a portion of that gonna be paid on closing. Rest of it gonna be paid on an installment payment basis with a balloon on it. So depending on how much equity they have, we can set up like a 5 to 7 years equity. While every single month they're gonna get a monthly payment, and at the end of the balloon period, we can just make a single payment to pay off the seller's equity.
Okay. Why don't you run I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Weston area, but yeah, it's definitely a strong market for families to rent there, where they're moving from out of state because it's a A+ school district. So because I've rented there myself in Weston. So yeah, if you run the numbers, let me know if you're interested, because my client may be open to something like this.
Yeah, in order for me to run the number, the reason why I send out the LOI to see if they're interested, if they are, I need to see their most recent mortgage statement. You can blot out any personal information that they don't want to see, because I need to see the mortgage balance. Means that what are you going to take over, monthly PITI, to make sure that after we make the mortgage payment every single month, the property is still going to cash flow. and then their interest rate, so that I can run a more granular number to make an offer if it cash flows. So if you could
Okay.
get that to me via email, then I can get you a formal offer.
The one question he's gonna bring because he just bought a house in Miami Beach, and he does need cash because he put down a considerable amount, a condition that he's gonna sell this home. So what would be the realistic? Because you were saying like it might be installment payments. That's outside of the mortgage. You're talking about like say it is $600,000 mortgage, and then the difference is like $700,000 to the purchase price. So that how much of that $700,000 will realistically be cash at closing?
Let me give you a quick estimate so you can bring it to seller. Because if the seller is not, he just want to know that, then I can just give an estimate. So maybe 85,000 gonna be put on we're gonna put on his pocket on closing, if it cash flows, and then the rest of it gonna be installment payment. I don't know how much this house gonna cash flow, to be honest with you, because there's a HOA, so short-term rental is restricted, so we can't go on the cash cow route of like renting it out as a short-term rental.
No, you can't do that there. It's
so
they're
that's
strict
what I'm
on
saying.
that.
So we are that basically put like a tight band on our knee, basically, to be honest with you, because this house would be perfect for Airbnb or Warble, based on that area, but
Okay.
because of that area we can't. So that really like depends on like long-term cash flow, to be honest, not like short-term cash flow, sorry, mid-term cash flow, because mid-term rental not going to be a risk for this kind of houses on that area, given that there's a high monthly down payment, monthly PITI. So that depends.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me see if he's open, and I'll get back with you.
Sounds good. Have a good day.
Thank you.